Deep in the heart of the planet, there are places where nature still rules completely. Massive trees stretch toward the sky, sunlight struggles to reach the forest floor, and the sounds of wildlife echo through the endless green wilderness. For thousands of years, this jungle remained untouched. But one day, everything began to change. A team of explorers arrived with a bold vision to transform this wild jungle into a place where humans could live. What followed was an incredible journey of determination, engineering, and transformation.
Incredible. A true
Discovery of the land.
This is it.
When the explorers first flew above the jungle, all they could see was a sea of green.
Mark this one.
Towering ancient trees covered the land for miles.
Good.
Rivers twisted through the forest like silver snakes. Thick fog floated between the treetops.
Good. Keep it steady.
There were no roads, no houses, no signs of human civilization. Just nature in its purest form. But the explorers believed something incredible could be built here. A new city. The first step, entering the jungle. The first challenge was simply entering the jungle. Workers had to cut narrow paths through the thick vegetation. Huge trees that had stood for centuries had to be carefully removed. Chainsaws roared through the forest while bulldozers slowly pushed forward. Day by day, small clearings began to appear in the endless green jungle. For the first time in history, sunlight reached parts of the ground that had been hidden for generations.
Got the first panel.
Clearing the land.
Good work. Drill's ready.
Clearing the land was one of the hardest parts of the project. Gigantic tree trunks had to be cut and moved. Heavy machines worked from sunrise to sunset. The jungle slowly began to open up. Where there were once thick forests, large empty spaces started to appear. And in those spaces, something new began. Construction. Building the first homes. The very first structures were small wooden houses. Workers used timber from the cleared trees to build simple shelters. These houses were not fancy, but they provided safety and protection. Soon, more workers arrived. More houses were built. Families began moving into the area. What was once a wild jungle was now becoming a small human settlement. Building roads and infrastructure. But houses alone were not enough. A real community needs roads, electricity, water, and services. Construction teams began building the first roads across the land. Large machines flattened the ground and laid asphalt. Electric poles were installed. Water systems were built underground. Building slowly, the small settlement started to feel like a real town.
structures
were small wooden
Fresh
houses.
bread just
As
out.
the town
Workers
grew,
used
new
timber
buildings
from
of
today.
cleared trees to build
Markets.
simple
Next
shell
week coming up.
schools were built.
Line
These
up.
houses were
Hospitals
not
were
constructed to
fancy.
serve the
Provided
growing
safety
population.
and
Protection. Cars began
Soon,
driving
more
through the
workers
streets.
arrived.
Children
More
played
houses
in
were
the
built.
parks.
Families
Once
began
empty
moving
land
into
was
the
now
area.
filled with life
What was
and
once
activity.
a wild
The jungle
was
had
now
become
becoming
a
a
town.
small human settlement.
Transformation into a city.
Building roads
But the transformation
and
didn't stop there.
But houses
Developers
alone
started
were not
building
enough.
larger structures.
A real community
Apartment
needs
buildings
roads,
rose into the
electricity,
sky. Modern
water, and
offices and
services.
shopping centers appeared.
Construction teams began
Construction
building the
cranes
first
dominated
roads
the
across
skyline.
the land.
Year
Large
after year,
machines
the
flattened
town
the ground
expanded
and laid
and
asphalt.
eventually, it
Electric
became
poles
a
were
city.
installed.
The
Water
final
systems
results
were built underground.
Today, it is almost
Slowly,
impossible
the
to
small
imagine
settlement
what this
started
place
to
once
feel
looked
like a real town.
where ancient trees once stood.
Growth of the
there are
town.
now towering
As the
skyscrapers.
town grew,
where
new
wild
buildings
animals
appeared.
once walked.
Markets
There are now
opened.
busy streets
Schools
filled
were
with
built.
people and cars.
Hospitals were constructed
Bright lights
to serve the
illuminate the
growing
city at
population.
night. Highways
Cars
connect
began
different
driving
districts.
through the streets.
Millions of
Children
people now
played
live
in the
in a
parks.
place that was
The
once a
once
silent
empty land
jungle.
was now filled with
Ending.
life and activity.
This incredible
The jungle had
transformation
become
shows
a
the
town.
power of human ambition and
Transformation
innovation.
into
From
a city.
untouched wilderness
But the
to a
transformation
thriving
didn't
modern
stop
city.
there.
All
Developers
built where
started
jungle
building
once
larger
ruled.
structures.
And it all
Apartment
began with a
buildings
simple
rose
idea.
into the sky.
What if we built
Modern
a city
offices
here?
and shopping centers appeared. Construction cranes dominated the skyline. Year after year, the town expanded, and eventually, it became a city. The final result. Today, it is almost impossible to imagine what this place once looked like. Where ancient trees once stood, there are now towering skyscrapers. Where wild animals once walked, There are now busy streets filled with people and cars. Bright lights illuminate the city at night. Highways connect different districts. Millions of people now live in a place that was once a silent jungle. Ending. This incredible transformation shows the power of human ambition and innovation, from untouched wilderness to a thriving modern city, all built where a jungle once ruled. And it all began with a simple idea. What if we built a city here?